Hey guys, welcome to a new video. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I got this makeup look. This is my everyday fall makeup look. We switch out some products from my summer products to more fall winter products in this video, and I show you how you can achieve this beautiful everyday fall look. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and let's get started. When I woke up this morning, it was pitch black. It was really early, probably like 6:45 in the morning, but normally by that time, over the past few months, of course, the sun has already been up, or at least on its way up. And so I pulled out my book and I had a really cozy little morning reading in bed in the dark, and the sun kind of slowly came up over the next hour, and I came to the realization that fall is here. Just that cozy dark morning in bed with my book, it just truly felt like the fall/winter season was upon us. The weather's starting to cool off, and even though I don't want to let go of summer, I'm feeling ready to accept fall is here. So I've got a hot tea right here. This is the organic ginger turmeric tea from Trader Joe's. It's so good. If you guys live in America, definitely try this out. And for my makeup look today, I'm gonna start switching out some of my summer products for some more fall themed products, and we're gonna do a nice little everyday fall makeup look. So I've already got all of my skincare and everything done. I'm gonna go right ahead and do my base makeup. Whenever I'm doing like an everyday makeup look, I always start with my base and then I do my eyes last, if I even do anything on my eyes. If I'm doing more special event makeup and I'm doing a lot of blending and like smoky eyes, then I'll start with my eyes. But for the day-to-day, I always start with my base makeup. So this summer, I basically was exclusively using two different products in my everyday makeup routine. One of them was the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Light Revealer. This is a super glowy, really fresh tinted moisturizer. And then if I was in need of a little bit of extra coverage, I was using the Urban Decay Face Bond Foundation. Neither of these are my absolute favorite base products. I find this Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer a little bit too glowy for me. If you have dry skin or you like that super glowy look, you might like this. I've been getting a lot of texture on my skin recently, and I don't know, I just found that this emphasized it a little bit too much. However, the shade was a really nice summer shade for me, so I've been using it for that reason. And then I've also been using this one because of the shade as well. This Face Bond Foundation from Urban Decay, I did a full video reviewing it if you guys want to go and check that out. I got mine in the color 14 Light Medium Golden, which when I had like a really nice summer tan was perfect for me. It is just a little bit too matte for my liking, so a little too glowy, a little too matte. But I literally have been using it all summer, and if you have oily skin, I think you might really like this. So yeah, I'm gonna switch both of these out, although I may keep this one around because I do obviously still have a little bit of a tan. Definitely not as much as I had a month ago, but we do still have a little bit of color in my body. You can see my face is still quite a bit lighter than my body, so I might still add a couple drops of this to my new foundation just to make sure that we match, but I'm gonna put this away for now. For me personally, as we move into the fall winter seasons, I definitely move away from tinted moisturizers and more towards foundations. I have actually been using foundation quite a bit this summer just because my skin hasn't been feeling its best, and I don't know, it just makes me feel more confident to have more full coverage makeup on. But as we move into fall, winter, I'm gonna start losing my tan, as I talked about before, but also my skin is gonna start to get quite a bit drier. The air up here in Canada gets so dry in the fall and winter compared to the really humid spring and summer that we have, and my skin really notices that. So a foundation like this Urban Decay that is really matte just does not work for me in the fall and winter time. So I'm going to switch it out for my new favorite foundation. I also have a full video reviewing and doing a wear test on this foundation here. This has been one of my favorite discoveries from the last year. I was searching for a new foundation for my freelance makeup kit, and I finally found this guy, and I just absolutely fell in love with it. This is the Lancome Tint Eat All Ultra Wear Foundation. It's not too matte, it's not too dewy, it's incredibly long wearing. It gives the most beautiful look to the skin, and I'm finally going to get back to a skin tone where I feel like I can use this and not have it look super pale on me. So I'm gonna go in with this foundation today. I'm gonna start just with one pump. I think And then because it is still a little bit too light for my skin tone at the moment, I'm just gonna add a few drops of the Urban Decay in here just as a little bit of a transitional moment. I feel like fall is a very transitional season. We're going a little bit transitional with the makeup as well. We have to, just to make sure that things match up. And yeah, I'm just gonna go right ahead and apply this to my face. Because I lather my skin on my face in sunscreen all summer, my face is always so much lighter than the rest of my body. So in order to make things look cohesive and to not look like my foundation is like a super wrong color, I will always match my foundation to my body, not my neck or my face. This could potentially be even a little bit light still, but I feel like we're right in the zone. We're okay. I feel like summer and spring are so tinted moisturizer coated. You just want something really lightweight because you're gonna be sweating and out running around and playing in the summer sun, and you don't really want like a full face of foundation weighing you down. But as fall comes around, I definitely am always in the mood for something a little bit more full coverage, a little bit more matte compared to a tinted moisturizer. Although you guys know I'm not a matte skin girly. Like, we are gonna build up the glow too, but yeah, just something a little bit more polished, pulled together. Feels very fall to me. So I've gone ahead and just applied one really light layer of foundation just to kind of even everything out. And next I'm gonna go in with concealer. So I'm not gonna switch out my concealer for the fall time. This is the Too Faced Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I was using the Sephora Best Skin Ever for a while, but I ended up switching back to this because this is just so much better. The formula is so much more long wearing, and yeah, I enjoy this one over the Sephora. The Sephora is a little bit of a lighter shade, so as we move into the fall and winter months, I will switch back over to that eventually, just to use it up, you know? But for now, Too Faced, love this stuff. So what I'm gonna do with my concealer is just use it to conceal the darkness around my eyes. And then any areas where I feel like I wanna add a little bit of extra coverage, because I just did a really light layer of foundation, I do have some areas where I just have a little bit of redness and like little texture and acne poking through. So I'm gonna build up the coverage in those areas with the concealer so that I don't have to have a full heavy base all over my face. I just get that added coverage where I want it. And I like to just buff that in with my sponge as well. They're literally vacuuming the hallway, and I feel like you guys can definitely hear that in the background, but I can't stop filming because Will went to WeWork today so that I could film and he wouldn't be like in the house bothering me making noises, but he forgot his laptop charger. So he can't stay there forever, so I need to get this video filmed so that he can come home. So we'll just have to deal with a little bit of vacuuming in the background. And voila. How good does it feel to have everything dark and red just covered up and gone? Love it. I love this foundation. I love that concealer. They're just the perfect little pairing. So as always, I'm gonna go ahead and set my concealer with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless finishing powder. So I'm gonna start with the eyes. And down here on my jaw where I added concealer. And then a little bit in my T-zone here. And then I always have to give my nose a heavy set because I'm always sweating from my nose. Next up, let's do a little bit of bronzing. Like I was talking before about the tinted moisturizers, I feel like spring, but especially summer, is all about just like really juicy, glowing, hydrated skin and like really light layers of product. So I'm always using a lot of cream products in the summertime. So mostly for my bronzer this summer, I was using this Danessa Myricks cream bronzer. I really love this product and I've been using it for so many years. And I'm not gonna give you a close-up of this because it's disgusting, but I dip my brush into this on a daily basis and we are nowhere close to even hitting pan, no less using up all of this product. It's definitely going to go bad before I'm able to use it all, but I did use it all summer in an attempt to get some good use out of it, and because it's like such a beautiful summery product. But I am gonna pack this away. It's a little bit too dark for me to use once I start losing my tan. And I also like to move towards more powder products in the fall because, like I said, I'm going for a little bit more of a matte look and less of a over-the-top, wet, juicy type of look. I really don't want you to get me wrong though, we're gonna glow. It's just a little bit less glow than I have been the last couple of months. So I'm gonna use my powder bronzer. I picked this up a few weeks ago. This is Hoola, the classic Hoola bronzer. I've been trying out a ton of different powder bronzers over the last year and I haven't been happy with any of them. But having picked up this Hoola, I just realized like why it's a classic, why it's a cult favorite. It just is such a good color. It blends so easily. It's the perfect amount of pigmentation to where you don't have to keep layering and layering and layering to get the look that you want, but it's also not too much when you first apply it. It's just so perfectly formulated in terms of the actual formulation of the powder as well as the color. I just have been loving that. So I'm kind of smacking it onto my forehead, bringing a little bit of life and dimension back into my face after we got rid of a lot of that with the layer of foundation. And then I'm also gonna tap a little bit here on my cheekbone. I'm gonna use this to kind of bronze and add a light, soft contour as well. I like to do this with a fluffy brush because you can get that nice kind of contoured look without it being too harsh and dramatic. And also, it's so quick to use a big fluffy brush like this and just tap your product into place. Just add a little bit to the sides of my nose and then down my neck as well. In the summertime when I want my makeup to be really quick and easy and we're going really soft and natural with everything, I typically will just take a little bit of a tinted brow gel and brush that through my brows and be done with it. But for this fall makeup look, I want to have a little bit of a bolder brow. So I am going to fill my brows in with a pencil before I go in with the tinted brow gel. This is the Brow Cheat from Charlotte Tilbury and I have mine in the color Natural Brown. And I'm just gonna use this to add a little bit more definition to my brows and just fill them in so that they feel a little bit bolder. They feel a little bit more like a moment than if I were to just fill them in with a tinted brow gel. Okay, so there's the difference just a little bit of pencil can make. Let me repeat that on this side. And then once I've got them filled in with the pencil, I'll go ahead and just fill them in with a tinted brow gel. This is the Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade 3.75. I love this color for my skin tone and the color of my hair right now. I just feel like it goes perfect. One of the reasons why I want to have that bolder brow is because I'm not going to really do anything to my eyes. I feel like what makes this an everyday makeup look and what makes it true to my everyday is that if I'm doing my makeup just to go and meet up with my friends or I don't know, go and visit Will's family or just like any day-to-day kind of mundane activity where I'm putting my makeup on, for the last I don't even know, few years at this point, I just haven't really been doing much with my eye makeup. Something that I've gotten quite into recently, which is kind of a trick and a hack that I used to do all the time, is to just use my bronzer as a little bit of eyeshadow. I normally would put down an eyeshadow primer, but I completely forgot and I've already started blending, so we're just gonna ignore that and go right into the lid with no primer. And yeah, I think it's just kind of the perfect, easy little eye look to just blend a little bit of bronzer all over the lid. I like to kind of make my eyes come out a little bit, and so in order to do that, I just pull the shadow out on the outer edge here. Just like that, so easy. Add a little bit underneath. Same thing over here. It's just so quick and easy, which I feel makes it great for an everyday makeup look. And then just to add a little bit of extra definition to my eyes, because you guys know I love eyeliner, especially a winged liner, but just for like the everyday type of look, I'm gonna just take a little bit of an eyeliner pencil, and this is actually in the shade Aloha from the Sephora 12-hour waterproof line of pencils. And you can see it's this really beautiful kind of rich red tone. This is just perfect for fall. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that and smudge it into my lash line, mostly just on the outer corner of my eye here. And then I'll just take a little brush and kind of give it a little blend just to smooth it out a bit. I have hazel eyes, so I love adding a little pop of like a purple or a red tone to my eyes to make them look more green. So this is really gonna have that effect. It's gonna look really subtle. It's super quick and easy, something you can do on like an everyday basis without it taking forever to get a really cool, fun eye look. And it's just gonna add that little bit of interest, that little bit of fun, because that's what makeup is it's fun, right? I feel like any of us who are left still watching makeup videos and makeup tutorials on YouTube, that's why we're here, is because we just love makeup and we have a passion for it and how much fun and like joy it brings to our life. So this little pop of red eyeliner just truly does that for me. It's so subtle that you guys probably can't even see it on the camera, but it just adds that little bit of extra interest to the look and I quite like it. So that's all I'm gonna do for my eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on a couple layers of mascara. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes Mascara. Will's literally messaging me asking me if he can come home yet. We're almost there. We're almost there. All right, eyes are done. We're flying through this look. If it's an everyday makeup look, it's gotta be quick, right? So everything's feeling really neutral, really brown, which I love. Very like fall vibes, very fall tones. But I'm gonna go ahead and add some color to this look. So I feel like the colors that are really trending for lips and cheeks right now are these really kind of beautiful, bright berry tones, like strawberry tones and raspberry tones. Those are so stunning and so beautiful and colors that I love to wear. But typically I gravitate more towards colors like that in the summertime. So to kind of change it up for fall, I'm gonna go for more of these plummy type berry tones that I've been seeing a lot lately. So I recently picked up this lip gloss from Say Beauty. It is in the color Dream, and I chose it because I wanted to buy a new lip gloss, but I could only justify it if I bought one in a color that I didn't already have, and I already have so many. So I went for this beautiful like rich purple color, and I will say I love the color and I've been using it in so many videos lately because I really like the color, but the formula is not my favorite. It's not hydrating at all. It doesn't have a delicious scent. So I don't know if I really recommend like purchasing these unless like you love this color as much as I do and those other things are like not important to you. But every time I use one of my other lip products, like my Summer Fridays lip balm, and I feel how hydrating and moisturizing they are, I always think like if this just was a little bit more moisturizing, a little bit more hydrating, it would be so much better. But anyways, I bought this lip gloss. I've been using it a ton lately because I love the color, and these are more of like the fall berry plummy tones that I'm gonna go for in this look today, this everyday fall makeup look. So because I've been using this so often, I've been finding a hole in my makeup collection. I don't have a blush that I feel like is in this color family. So I ordered a new cream blush this week, which was the last thing I needed, but I felt like I wanted. This is the Tower 28 Beach Please Cream Blush, and I got mine in the color After Hours. So I'm hoping that these two tones are kind of complementary, and this is gonna give me that very fall vibe, and I can use it all fall long. Where you live, do you guys say fall or autumn? Because I never used or heard the word autumn until I started watching vlogs from people who live in the UK, and they say autumn all the time and like the word autumnal. Here in Canada, we say fall. Here is this beautiful blush. So this is a little bit more of like the raspberry type of tone that I was mentioning before, but I'd say more muted. It's definitely less, I don't know. Well, actually from back here, it looks quite a bit like a deeper berry tone. But let's see how it looks on the face, shall we? I feel like this is like screaming for me to use my finger in here, but I'm just not a finger in the blush type of gal. And I feel like because of all the products that I have on my face, that's just not going to go over very well. So I'm going to use this little e.l.f. putty primer applicator brush that I use in all of my cream blushes. And I'm going to dip right into here. Ooh, it looks very glossy. This is where a lot of the gloss and the glow is going to come from. Okay. Okay, it's way more pigmented than I was thinking. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I need to wipe this off. That's way, way more pigmented than I was expecting. I was like Tower 28, clean beauty brand, lip and cheek color. I don't know, I just thought we were gonna have to build it up, but no. Let's see how this blends. So yeah, this is definitely, I'd say like a combination of these plum tones mixed with a little bit of that raspberry vibe too. Actually kind of love it. I think it's stunning. So I'm really stoked about that. That is beautiful. It's just gonna take a little bit of blending here because I used too much of it. My favorite way to just tone down blush if I've used too much is to use my sponge that I use to blend out my foundation and my concealer and just go over top of it, mostly on like the edges to help sheer and blend it out a bit. So I feel like this side has like the perfect amount of blush, but this side has too much. But I want them to match. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more over here just so that they match a little bit better. Like so lightly gonna add just a teeny bit more color. Okay, I love that. This is a huge, huge plus, huge win for me. Stunning, beautiful color, great formula, easy to work with, really nice and pigmented. This is great. Love this. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of this Say lip gloss to my lips. I do want to just line them a little bit first. I'm just gonna use this lip liner from Annabelle in the color Demure. And then go in with the lip gloss on top. There we go. Beautiful complementary tones, if I do say so myself. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but like the little pop of red on my lash line really like popped and stood out when I added that extra color to my face. I'm really into that. Last but not least, we just need a little bit of extra glow. All summer I have been basically using my same old same highlighting products. Something that I love and use on kind of a daily basis is this Dior Backstage Glow face palette. I love this. The different highlights in here all have different finishes. I can't use this one because it's too dark, but these three, I can use this one when I'm super tanned, but these two would be like my most used, and one's kind of shimmery and glittery and one is more metallic. And yeah, I just love this palette. On days where I want my makeup to just be really quick, I'll just throw on a little bit of powder highlight. But closer to the end of summer, I got this Merit Day Glow highlighting balm in the color Cava, and I have been loving this. It makes my skin so juicy and wet, but just like in the areas where I put it, you know? So it's just like, I don't know, it's perfect. However, it does make my skin a little bit sticky. Like it kind of stays damp and sticky, and so if my hair is down and I'm walking around outside in the wind, my hair will like stick to my face, which is not my favorite. And in instances where I know I'm going to be walking around outside with my hair down, that's when I will reach for the powder highlight. But today that's not the case, and so I'm going to go in with this because I've just been absolutely loving it. It's just, oh, it's so beautiful. And I can kind of just target the glow where I want it so that we have that nice, beautiful matte skin everywhere where we want it to be, and then just have that glow on the tops of the cheekbones, a little bit above the brows, so that it catches the light really beautifully as we move throughout the day. And then last but not least, because I've used more mattifying products, I've got the more matte foundations, I've got the powder bronzer. I used quite a bit of powder to set my face. I just want to kind of get rid of that powderiness without making my skin super glowy all over. And so to do that, I'm going to use my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I could also use the One Size On Till Dawn. That would work really nice for this type of look too. It would keep everything looking really matte, which I love for the fall vibe, except for the areas where I added the liquid highlight. Those would still glow. But I don't have a ton of this left and I want to save it for when I really need my makeup to last a super long time, because this is so amazing for that. But the Urban Decay is perfect. It's going to melt all the powders into my skin without adding any extra glow that we don't want for this look. And that is it, you guys, my everyday fall makeup routine. We switched out some of our summer products for our fall products. We are going with some different tones. I feel like usually in the fall, I gravitate more towards really warm tones. Like, you know, you think of fall and you think of like the oranges and the peachy tones, and normally that's the direction that I go in. So I feel like this is really fun to go more in this berry direction. And yeah, I just feel really polished, put together, ready for my day. And this type of makeup is going to take me probably, if I'm not sitting and talking to a camera, around 20 minutes to do, which is just perfect for a day-to-day basis as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up before you go. It helps me out so much. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a new video very soon. Bye guys.